Navy Secretary Thomas Modly is apologizing after this audio leaked of a speech he made about firing Captain Brett Crozier, I think, for sending an email pleading with his superiors to quarantine his ship after a coronavirus outbreak. Watch the clip.
If he didn't think that information was going to get out into the public, then he was A, too naive or too stupid to be the commanding officer of a ship like this.
So as you can hear, the crew is still supporting their captain. I mean, should he have been fired for this, Megan?
You know, I was raised to respect authority, and I was raised to respect the chain of command in the military just because all the men in my family serve. My father is buried at the Naval Academy. So this hits a little close to home because I just don't think anyone should be fired for raising any kind of health concerns. And you see the officers and midshipmen cheering for him as he's being escorted off the boat. And I do think while the chain of command is integral in the all branches of the United States military, I do think this sort of overreaction and anger towards someone who was just trying to keep his men and women safe has been a little bizarre to watch. And I think historically, when we look back on this, this is going to be another moment that won't necessarily reflect well on the military.
Joy, do you think getting rid of the captain is part of a pattern for this White House in general?
Duh. I mean, punish the truth tellers, fire the whistleblowers, anyone who's disloyal to Trump, God forbid, and they must go. I mean, we're no better than China. We were criticizing the Chinese at some point for getting rid of somebody who blew the whistle. He's still obsessed with the whistleblower over the Ukraine situation. I mean, this is the man that we are stuck with right now. What's appalling is that we can't do anything about it. I mean, I'm getting older as we sit here doing what we're doing in hibernation. And I feel like my life is going by very fast, and yet I can't wait for November. That's the irony of my life right now.
So, Sonny, shouldn't there have been at least, an investigation before they fired him?
I think so, and I feel a lot like Megan. I'm really conflicted with this because having worked in the government for so long, I really do believe in the chain of command. I believe in the hierarchy, and it's pretty clear that the captain did not follow the chain of command. And I'm troubled by that, but I'm also troubled by the fact that he was fired, certainly without a full investigation. And my understanding is that it's been reported that one U.S. official told CNN that Modly didn't want to wait for an investigation into the matter to be completed before firing Crozier, even though the chief of naval operations wanted to pause and oppose that quick firing. And what is also odd to me is that Modly is a graduate of the Naval Academy. And so he should know better. He should know that the men and women on that carrier, supported their captain and would have reacted in the way that they reacted when he called him naive and stupid. So I'm sort of befuddled by the reaction by Modly.
I think the most interesting thing to think about, at least for me, is he is a man who's been in service for a very long time. He knows the chain of command. Why do you think he wouldn't have gone to the chain of command? Because it was my understanding that when he brought this to the person next in charge, who said to him, "Why didn't you bring it to me?" He said to him, "I didn't think you were going to do anything about it, and you wouldn't let me send this letter to all these people." And supposedly, the guy said, "No, I wouldn't have." So I wonder if he just felt he didn't have any other way to protect his ship. And of course, now we know that he has tested positive for the coronavirus. So who knows? This story is not over, I think.